Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 324 Peacock Court here in Newburgh. We're located at the back of the house. That's as you face the front door, or the front of the home in general from the street. There's the decking here out back. You got a 3-inch ABS clean out. Sticks right out of the ground here, you can't miss it. And we're going to insert the camera. Sorry if I'm repeating myself here, and check the overall condition of the sewer line and functionality of it. Anyway, water's running, we're zeroed out, off we go here. From the looks of it, looks like we're heading out to the street out back. Swapping over to 4-inch standard PVC pipe. Very clean flow line thus far. Very nice to see that. Not loaded up with a bunch of grease buildup. Alright, now we're bumping out to 6-inch diameter concrete pipe now. And what I'm going to do, we're going to pull back in here at the end to do some locates. We're going to locate that transition joint. Often in this part of town, the city out here does take responsibility for the sewer line at a certain point. It is generally from the right-of-way out, which is usually right around or near where the sidewalk starts anyway. And often that concrete transition is at that point. And this concrete pipe is not at a point where it needs updating, but as far as longevity goes, concrete pipe does not hold up as well as plastic pipe does. So it's one of those things I like to get an idea as to where all that stuff lies, just so I can tell you if you have anything to watch for in the future. Anyway, there's the main there at about 49 feet. We're going to locate the camera head here. We're going to get the line drained out entirely first. And we're going to kill two birds with one stone. We're going to do the locate at that transition. That'll verify the street we're going out to. Alrighty, line's fully drained. Anyway, the reason concrete, by and large, I mean, one, you see the flow line there, how it's a little rougher than the top of the pipe. This is not ancient old concrete. So it's you know, in its newer state, it's a pretty solid pipe product that lasts a long time. But the joints are usually what slowly but surely start wearing out at some point in time, and you end up with settling problems once you get down the road a little ways. So that's why I like to know if any of it falls into homeowner territory. As this stuff currently sits, you'd still have quite a ways to get to the point of that being an issue. But I still like to give you an idea. Alright, we're going to go do some locates right here and see where we are. Alright, line is definitely going out to the street behind us here. And the line here runs basically dead straight. If you draw a straight line from here to the middle of the road back there, that's essentially the path the line takes. And where we're currently sitting at is underneath the hedgerow here. I can't get directly on top of the camera because of the hedges. But when you look there, not very far beyond that is the sidewalk. Most likely that transition there is taking place on the right-of-way. I can't guarantee that with certainty, but within at least a few feet of that transition, you're certainly into city territory. But most likely that is from the concrete transition on, likely all falls into city territory. If any of it's homeowners, it would only be the first few feet of it. Either way, it's nowhere near a point of being, it's not anywhere close to being repair worthy as it sits. But the other reason I like to point that out, concrete pipe is more susceptible to root intrusions. For instance, the joints, because they're grouted, just are not as strong and robust as glued plastic joints or where you have a rubber fern coat around them. So being that transition does sit directly underneath the hedgerow, I'm stoked there's no roots in there already, honestly. Transition joints, especially when you have plastic meeting concrete pipe, transition joints in general are by far your weakest joints in a sewer line to roots. So I'm pretty excited to see that thing is directly underneath those hedges and there's no roots through it right now. And right now we're going backwards. I don't usually scope the entire interior line. I actually got a little carried away there and went a little further than normal. I like to look through the foundation wall, make sure that looks good. Everything from that point on, though, is exposed piping that the home inspector looks at when they're in the crawl space. Absolutely just impeccably clean sewer line. Zero buildup whatsoever. And I like to do that and go backwards. Some homeowners are savvy and they clean their lines preemptively before a sale to either hide things, minimize things. Roots, for instance, some folks will try and cut back so they disappear during a sewer scope. But the one part of the line that never gets cleaned is the interior. They'll jet out to the street, but often it's very rare they'll go backwards. So anytime I see an incredibly clean exterior line, I always like to go backwards to see what that looks like. Because if I start seeing huge amounts of buildup going backwards, but suspiciously zero buildup on the outside, usually tells us someone's tried to clean it. This thing is absolutely spotless end to end. These homeowners have done a fabulous job keeping the line clean. This line looks like it's never seen a drop of bacon grease in its existence. So, great looking line there. All the plastic pipe's in good condition. The concrete pipe is in good shape too for its age. Zero settling issues, no roots, offset joints, nothing. And hardly a speck of buildup anywhere in the line to even speak of. Great flow all the way out. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time. Very nice looking line there.